Hello, you. I would like to talk about coercive control as I feel like I've been coerced in relation to our government and society in general. And if you haven't, please read or listen to the four agreements because that's kind of really amplified what I agree with my authentic self and what other outside elements are projecting their expectations on me, including voting. Now, there's laws changed, and this is not to discount domestic violence or manipulation or abuse. I've been in an abusive relationship, and I know all the coercive controls and all the different types of abuses from personal experience. So I understand and I feel it's legitimate to change the laws of coercive control. And I've checked out the laws, and the laws are in regards from one adult to another. What I disagree with is that does not include the government and companies, etc., including banks, insurance companies, whatever, to coerce us into doing what they want. For example, I changed my name several years ago, probably 12 years ago. Before that, I was called out for not voting because I had moved in the area. I'd not changed my address on the electoral roll and was fined. And I feel like, number one, if you're forced, which is coercive control, or threatened by financial fine or anything else, that's coercive control. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Because some people think it's essential to vote, and it's not right or a privilege. It's an absolute obligation, no questions asked, to vote. Another thing that's come up for me just this last weekend is mortgage repayments. I know it's quite personal, but I missed one mortgage repayment, and they're saying that I'm 3 days behind, when in fact it was due yesterday, not 4 days ago. Being a public holiday, didn't receive an SMS or a phone call. Don't know whether it's in my bank app somewhere or an email, but I have not received and acknowledged or received any personal notification that on a public holiday that all payments come out early. It's like, what the fuck, honestly. On my app, on my bank app, it says the payment was meant to come out yesterday. Now I've started a conversation with the bank, and they've said it's 3 days overdue, but the app's saying differently. You know what I mean? So now they're asking me when I can make up the difference, when it would have probably been paid on time if they had to let me know, or just stuck to the normal 28 business days. And if they're 28 business days in this technological world, why can't the banks stay open? It's all digital. Why can't they just stay open on public holidays? It's computerized, it's automated. There's no people involved. It's different. I understand, like back in the day, that everyone deserved to have a break and go to Easter, so the tellers and whatnot would go and take cash in. So I feel like I'm being harassed by the government and the banks and other people and things to do what they want, and I feel like I'm losing my autonomy and my authenticity there by going, I never signed an agreement for that. You know what I mean? It was agreed upon because I was born in this country under this government, and I'm with this bank. There's some sub clauses there that I did not agree with, and there's other things in there. But does anyone else feel like they're being coerced? COVID is another fantastic example. I still, being an independent support worker or a support worker, want to apply for jobs through companies, and even though the government has lifted the mandate for vaccinations, I'm unvaxxed obviously, there's some companies, and the law changed November 2 years ago, that 2023, that the vaccination is no longer mandatory, but some companies still insist on that. Now, is that not coercive control? Opinions, please. I believe it is. If the government, which is trying to coerce me to do things I disagree with, that I didn't agree to in the first place, have lifted a mandate, and there's still companies that are choosing to take it upon themselves as a company mandate, is that not also coercive control to gain employment, to support other people in need? Have you got any other examples where you feel you have been coerced? And I see that as a form of abuse, coercion, coercive control. Let's admit it's abuse, and that if we don't stand up for it and we let it happen, then that person or company or organization, the government, bank, company, could then perpetuate how they're trying to coerce us into doing what they want, which is harmful to the individual. Thanks for listening, if anyone listened, and I would like to know your opinion, agree, disagree, and any examples outside of being in an adult coercive relationship, domestic coercive relationship, where you feel that an organisation, a government, or a corporation has coercively controlled you or tried to coercively control you. Thanks very much for your time.